Hi everyone. So I thought today I would talk a little bit more about my essential oils and how I'm using them. The essential oils, basically, it's the person that uses them that brings that healing touch to themselves and others. So one of the books that I got, which I use from time to time, it's Aromatherapy for the Soul, and it's by Valerie N. Worwood, Worwood. So I use hers, and if you take essential oils and you put them on a piece of parchment paper and you look at them under the microscope, you can see all the beautiful colors of the rainbows in them. And each essential oil has different colors. So I'll show you some of the images that are in this book. You can see this top one is Rose Otto. The bottom one here is Hyssop. So they have different properties, and it's the person that's using them that will bring about the healing when we use them on the patients, when we use them on ourselves. It's our touch as the healer that brings that healing to people. And also the importance of believing in our words of healing, when we meet with people, when we attend to them. Just like any doctor, it's our words that will comfort people and that will heal them. And we bring all that when we meet with people. We do a full body assessment. We check if there's any medications that they're taking, because there could be contraindications with the essential oils. If a woman is expecting, there are very few essential oils that we can use if a woman is expecting a baby, because some of those essential oils will actually cause an abortion, and some of them have been banned. They're no longer available. Some of them still are, but always when a woman is expecting, we don't recommend using them unless there are special oils that are in use, which we can recommend. So I use this book sometimes when I need to go back to refresh my memory. There are other books that I use on a daily basis, my notes from my teacher, and also I had one that I had got basically just for anxiety. And I had made up a blend for the hypothalamus gland, which I used on a daily basis, in addition to exercising, eating well, doing all those things. And all of that has helped me in my journey of staying well and not being affected by the trauma that I went through. Because being taken to the police station was very traumatic for me. And getting there and being accused by my family of being fixated and obsessed with them, I was in shock. I just could not believe it. I never said a word to them after that. I never even picked up the phone and called my mother or my sister, because every time I asked them, why are you calling the security guards, nobody would tell me anything and nobody would say anything. So just like now, when I lost my job, my mother told me all her prayers have been answered. What a horrible thing to say to your daughter. When I lived in Bulawayo, my mother never even called me once, not even once, to say, hey Belinda, how are you? Are you okay? How are things going in Bulawayo? Are you settled in? Not even once. Even in South Africa, she never called me, not even once. I was the one that picked up the phone. I was the one that called her. I was the one that went to visit her. When I lived in South Africa, I never wanted to go back. Even when I lived in Bulawayo, the family couldn't get a job for me in Bulawayo, so I landed up going back. But I never wanted to go back, because everything I did to them was negative. Everything was horrible. Everything was my fault. And they took all their frustrations out on me. So I didn't want to go back. I wanted to stay in Bulawayo, and in my holidays in South Africa, I wanted to stay at the residence, but we couldn't. We had to move out. So I had to go back. and I made sure that I paid my mother her rent. I made sure I gave her money for food. I never stayed. I never sponged off her. Unfortunately, with my situation now, the way the family coordinated this, they give me just enough money that I always stay in debt. And I can't come out of it. I'm hoping to get a good paid job. Their idea is that they didn't want me to come up higher than anyone in the rest of the family. That is very unfair to me, because if I am talented and if I am skilled, for the last 20 years since I came here, I haven't had anything good come up for me. They've all had permanent jobs, they've all bought homes, they've all traveled, they've all done well for themselves. And because my aunt's family haven't been able to get jobs, and because my sister didn't go to university and my mother, they take their frustration out on me. I've been a very good sister to them. I've been a very good daughter to them. And I told my mother, just don't call me anymore. And she accepted it. Because no matter what I do, your mother is supposed to be there for you. When you need somebody to talk to, when you're frustrated, when you have a problem, your mother is the one that's supposed to be there for you. But instead, what she does, she tells other people, and then other people get me out of my jobs. If my sister's having marital problems, they take it out on me. If something's happening to somebody, they take it out on me. When my brother was living in Zimbabwe, he went through a very, very bad period, and all his friends used to contact me at university to say, hey, Belinda, can't you come home? Savio's on his own. Won't you come and visit? I said, I can't leave my studies and come. I'll come for his 21st. And that's what I did. I went home for his 21st and I was there for him. That also my sister used against me. So I'm just tired of it, because I don't deserve to have people make a joke out of my life and to risk my life going into prison. I used my essential oils. I used them to help me with my frustration, with being unemployed, with my anger. I didn't take my frustration out on them the way they took it out on me. And even all those calls that Stuart and Anita's friends put through to the contact center, for what? I don't even have anything to do with them. And when I reach out to my sister to ask her, is everything okay? So and so are saying that you need some support. She says, I'm fine. I don't need any support. So if she's fine and she doesn't need any support, why are other people interfering? We've got our own family. I am her sister. Other people, my aunt's family, are not her immediate family. We've been there for each other when we needed it. We've supported each other. Even when my brother was in Zimbabwe and he was going through a difficult decision, I guided him. I said, you know what, Sav, if you've got a girlfriend and you love her, go to England. Because it's your life at the end of the day. My mother doesn't like anything that I do. She always yells at me and screams at me and tells me, stay out of their life. Stay out of their life. Why? So you can be in it and I can have no memories with anyone? I helped my brother. I helped him to bring out his gentle side. I helped him to stay friends with his wife. I helped him with his kids. I may be far away from him, but I helped him the same way I helped my sister. And that's what families are supposed to do. Not do what my mother did to me. Now I'm out of a job, I've got no money. Now she must send me the money. Because I told her how hard it was for me to get this job. I told her how I had to walk the streets, how difficult it was, how many resumes I had to send out. And instead of being sad that I lost my job, she's happy. She's rejoicing. I mean, there's something wrong with her. If you can, in your 80s, your new husband has to tell you that that I am a nice daughter. There's something wrong with the family if they're getting upset with me because I remember my dad and I love him and I hold on to the memories and I share those memories on Facebook. And the same with Elvis. If you don't like Elvis, don't like him. Don't put him down and tarnish his reputation. Stay away. Focus on your Cliff Richard if that's what you like. That's what I tell my mother. Don't come and bring all your negativity and all your filth and all how you see me as a negative person and a horrible person, and then bring my brother to spend one day with me. When I try to guide my brother, they don't like it. I told my brother, I said, next time you come, don't be dependent on them. You get an international driver's license, hire a car, then you can move around. If you want to come and stay closer to me, find an apartment closer to me and rent it. If you depend on them, they don't care about me. They don't even come to visit me without me asking. So what, you think they care? They might bring you for one day to come and spend a time. When my mother comes here, she doesn't do anything. She'll just come and sit like a guest. She doesn't help me to make the food. She doesn't help me to take things upstairs. She's just a guest. So now I'm also treating them like that, because that's not the way to treat family. It's not right what she did to me. And I forgave her. I went back to her. She did the same thing again. It's not right that I should land up being broke and I should land up being living off debt. She did the same thing to my grandmother. She used to tell my grandmother, don't go and take money from the till. That was my grandmother's business. She was damn lucky that they didn't pack her off to India and that they kept her. They kept all of us with them. And people fought for us in the Hindu community. In the Muslim community, they told her, if you take these children back to India, they'll have no future there. If you want to go, go. Go and be with your family and enjoy them and leave these children here. We'll look after them. Because she didn't have the sense to think about our future. She was only focused on herself. It's always been this way, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of covering for them. I'm tired of trying to make my sister and my brother see the reality. My brother wouldn't be in England if it wasn't for me and the advice I gave him. My sister wouldn't be in Canada. They need to think about what my mother's doing to me. Because if she gets her way, she'll take me and leave me in Sunnybrook and nobody will be able to come and see me. I've done so well. I've focused on my life. I've focused on my studies. I've invested in my education. I brought her to Canada. If I had to do it over, I would just leave her there in Zimbabwe. And I get it from everyone. I get it from my dad's cousin. I get it from my uncles. Oh, she was only joking. Oh, try to understand. Joking about what? And understand what? It's my life. She lived her life. She had 6 closets full of clothes. Walk-in closets in Zimbabwe. 6. Not just 1 or 2. 6 closets full of clothes and full of perfumes and full of the best of everything in life. She had a big dresser there in her bedroom with all the beautiful perfumes, Fiji and all of those nice perfumes, makeup. She had a car. She had everything that anybody could want. She was not treated like a poor widow. She had everything that she could possibly want in life. And on top of that, God blessed her with 3 children. And does she enjoy us? No. I am shocked that her husband had to tell her that I'm a nice daughter. And this time I'm not going to let it go, because the church told me, let them go. They're not interested in you. So now she must send me the money so I can pay my rent and so that I can come up in life. Because she was so happy when I lost my job. And I'm sitting here trying to get into a good paying job and trying to come up in life, and I can't. Why should we all be at the same level? If I've got the skills, they were all complaining, oh, Jody, what about Jody? Jody can't get a job. So Jody landed up in a job paying $35 an hour and above, and they put me into minimum wage. She didn't send me jobs that are paying $35 an hour. She didn't recommend me for those jobs. Jody was telling me, why don't you go and get a job with the FedEx where you can hold the packages and pack the packages. And I'm a graduate. So what kind of love is that? I'm sick of it. And I deserve better from all of them.